Bellewaerde is a family park in Belgium. For a short time, this park was owned by Six Flags, but it's now owned by Compagnie des Alpes. This park dabbles in a bit of everything. There's theming, multiple animal encounters, and of course, amusement rides. There are several water rides here, plus some of the weirdest coasters in Europe. So in this video, I will rank this park's top 15 rides and attractions. Before starting the countdown, I need to note two things I'll be excluded. First, this list will not include any pure animal encounters. There's a part of the park that's basically a zoo. I will include attractions that incorporate animals as part of the experience though. Second, this list will exclude any water slides at the Aqua Park. This is an adjacent indoor water park, but it is a separate ticket. I instead chose to spend all my time at the main park. So starting off the list at number 15 is El Toro. No, not the Intamin Wood Coaster at Six Flags. Rather, this is a Huss breakdance. It has a nice bull theme to tie in with the Mexico area. It's not as fast as some other models out there, but it's still a frenetic ride when you get those whippy rotations. Number 14, Coffee Tassin. This is a set of mock teacups. You can get the cups spinning at a fast clip, resulting in a dizzying experience. Number 13, El Volador. This is one of the last remaining Huss Topple Towers. These rides are maintenance nightmares, so prioritize this ride if you see it operational. It was down for a chunk of my day too. The presentation of this ride is phenomenal. It is placed on a pedestal and surrounded by fountains. It's an absolute spectacle. You can make an argument this ride is better to watch than it is to ride. While the topple motion is a fun visual on-ride as well, the forces are quite mild. The ride doesn't spin too fast, so you just get some weak centripetal forces, albeit in weird angles, at the ride's top speed. Number 12, Dawson Duel. This may be the weirdest coaster Wiegand has ever built. This is a variant on their usual Alpine coasters. While the hardware does look similar, this is a sport coaster, meaning the user-controlled brake levers were removed. This means everyone has to go at the same speed, aka full tilt. I just wish the layout was better. One of the best aspects of a mountain coaster is the terrain use, but this one is oddly high above the ground. It is covered by trees at least. Then the course isn't overly exciting as it lacks the airtime or sharp laterals found in other installations. Lastly, the dispatches are not synchronized, which ruins the racing element this coaster was designed with. Why else would two tracks be placed side to side? But it is smooth at least, and the unique windy course is enough to place it ahead of most of the park's flats. Number 11, Big Chute. This is a quartet of racing dinghy slides, and this one actually lets you race unlike Dawson Duel. The course consists of a triple down, and that second hump can offer a pinch of airtime as your raft is sent airborne. Number 10, Niagara. This interlink shoot the chutes is just what the doctor ordered on a hot summer day. No airtime on the drop, but it is a zippy plunge, and the splash is quite soaking. Number 9, Screaming Eagle. This 17-story tall drop tower is the tallest ride in the park by far, so it's the best option to get a bird's eye view of everything. But it's a shockingly tame experience. This is a rare model from Huss. The initial launch is more power than an S&S Space Shot at least, but the bouncing motion lacks the negative G's or stomach drop sensation I'm used to on a drop tower. Number 8, Boomerang. This ride holds the distinction as the world's first Vekoma boomerang to ever open. I figured the ride may be rough as a result, but it was deceptively smooth. The highlight was still the initial plunge, and that delivered a tummy-tickling sensation. Then the three inversions are forceful in both directions, but they're especially disorienting in reverse. This may be a highly cloned coaster, but it is a very forceful ride experience and it does some things well. Number 7, Huis van Houdini. If you've ridden Houdini's Great Escape at Six Flags New England, or the one at Six Flags Great Adventure, you will be familiar with this ride. It's a Vekoma madhouse with an identical theme. In fact, they use the exact same pre-show. The aesthetic during the ride portion is a similar house, but I think the music and lighting is better on this one. And the inverting effect is excellent as always, especially because of how much the benches move in the Vekoma versions compared to those of the competitors. Number 6, River Splash. This is a Reverchon log flume with a custom layout. The course is fairly scenic, like many rides at this park, as it goes through the woods and through some tunnels. And the final plunge is satisfying. No airtime, but it has a little punch to it. Number 5. Jungle Mission. This boat ride is a well-themed experience. It feels like the Jungle Cruise as you go through lush landscapes. You have lots of foliage, some water features, mist, and even some caves. I love the look of this ride. Then you also have plenty of figures along the course. It's a mix of animal exhibits and angry natives. While you don't have a narrator, the theme music complements the sights perfectly. Number 4. Bengal Express. This is a unique train ride that doubles as a safari. You go through actual animal enclosures, specifically the one for the Bengal tigers. You get shockingly close to those amazing animals, offering some stunning views. Number 3. Bengal Rapid River. This is a rare river rapids ride from Vekoma, and I like this one's placement as it's placed mostly in the woods. You pass some themed statues, and there's a series of geysers that can get you wet. The rapids themselves are quite tame, but the unique boats make them more exciting. The boats flex outwards from the middle, so you get a bit more motion than usual, and you'll see the splashes come up from the center. Number 2. Huracan. This was once a dark ride, but was converted by Zier to a roller coaster about a decade ago. The coaster starts with a series of theatric show scenes. They're large in scale with big statues, epic music, and some crazy lighting effects. This part was the highlight of the ride for me. You then have a coaster section. The first drop is outdoors, but most of the layout is enclosed, which enhances the sense of speed. Parts of it are near total darkness, but other bits have lighting effects. There aren't any notable drops here, but the helixes have some decent force to them at least. And coming in number 1 is Wakala. This is a dynamic Gerstlauer family coaster. While the ride doesn't offer any airtime, the train is always bouncing, bobbing, or changing directions. It sort of reminds me of Dollywood's Big Bear Mountain in terms of the type of sensations you can expect along the course. But Wakala has a unique feature at the end. There's a surprise spike, giving some weightlessness, followed by a brief backward section. Add in smooth tracking, a fun soundtrack, and small pockets of theming, and this is a well-rounded coaster that would fit in at any park. See my review for more, but this ride can appeal to guests of all ages. So those are the top 15 rides and attractions at Bellewaerde in Belgium. What are your favorite attractions at this park, or thoughts on any of the ones I mentioned? Let me know down in the comments. If you enjoyed this countdown, I would appreciate it if you gave this video a like, and you consider subscribing, because there'll be a lot more roller coaster and amusement park videos here at Canopy Coaster. Thanks for watching.